Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Pryoxis. I'm back with another video. Check this out, bro. Somebody asked you this question in my comment section, and I just thought it'd be fitting if I answered it through a video instead of just a simple comment. Now, he asked why I, don't play on the or fight for the ESFL. Let me get some water real quick. Now, if y'all don't know what that is, competitive league for EA Sports UFC 5. It was for UFC 4, was for UFC 3. And personally, I don't fight on there anymore because I don't feel like the game is comp really anymore, you know? The last competition I done for UFC was UFC Vegas for the ESFL. Now, there's going to be people like, bro, you don't play because you suck at the game, yada yada this, yada yada that. Listen, bro, when I went to the event in Vegas, the person that came in first place was Romero 17. The person that came in second place was Swab Jamie. It was a best of 3 series. I took both players to the third match and could have beat both players in the third match. It was hella close, both matches. I just choked it. Pause. So the argument to say, oh, it's because you suck or you're not good at the game, but you can keep that. My thing is with UFC, it's just not a good game competitively to me. And when it comes to the game, trying to implement my style within it, which you would think would be the best way to win, is playing quote unquote realistic because it is a simulation game. It isn't really fitting, more so to say. Now, if anyone that don't know me, I could take you guys down the yellow brick road, the road of, what I have done within the UFC space as far as competitive play. UFC 3, I mean, in my opinion, I think UFC 3 was the most competitive UFC game. And I was two-time champion. I think two-time champion for the elite for ESFL for Xbox. And I was one of the only people out here using like RDA and putting in real work, But also in that game, I will say this: more people, it was more picks. Now I will say this: I'm not going to take away from what people were doing in UFC 3 with the jab feint body crosses, everyone using Nick Diaz, everyone using Michael Bisping. That was still a thing. But stylistically, it was different styles within the game, different even within the community. There was more personalities. Like, I feel like it's kind of dry now, as far as personalities. It's like, it's kind of a weird comparison, but it's like, if you guys are old enough, you remember the McDonald's where it looked like McDonald's, looked like somewhere where kids belong, versus nowadays it looks like a corporate. Now, I'm not saying that's how the ESFL is, their corporate, but it's like, I'm not seeing much personalities within the community anymore, but I'm also not too into the community as much. Like, I'll give you guys an example. There's a guy that goes by the name of EK Mr. Chicken. Probably one of the funniest guys within the community, and he brought personality to the ESFL and really just to the comp scene, the UFC. And I don't see that no more. I mean, the dude he did an interview. He went to a restaurant and asked the guy like about his next opponent and stuff like that. Did a skit where he had some guy walk up and talk about his past, like little small stuff like that, Don't get me wrong, it can be corny, but it was still funny. And I could even go as far as talking about player styles. There's somebody within the community named Adveda X. He does still play UFC. There's another player named Bartholomew. He seemed to be unbeatable in UFC. He doesn't really play anymore. There's somebody else, Unibot was a really good player. But Adveda X sticks out to me the most because he became the champion on the PlayStation side, and he didn't pick meta picks. He was beating up guys going meta picks, and he was using just off the wall picks. He was winning based off his style and what he was doing. And people would complain and they'd say, oh, he's just a runner, he's just backing up. Cool. But my thing is this: I'd rather deal with somebody playing on a back foot than to deal with somebody only block breaking or everyone's pressure fighting. in my opinion, I think the style in which pressure fighting is it's too universal. Everyone can do it. I mean, even fighters that aren't pressure fighters can penetrate through a block pretty easily. But that's neither here nor there. I said that to say, like, it was personality. It's much more personality, much more, like, in my opinion, overall skill within UFC 3. And that's kind of where I had the most fun at. Now, I did compete a little bit UFC 4 for the ESFL when it came to solo play and team play. Didn't have much success. But like I said, bro, I feel like the game was going into a place where my style wasn't going to get me wins. In UFC 3, I was really slower pace type of fighter. I would pick people apart. I would take them to the later rounds. I would basically I was the guy where I would drain the stamina. That was me. And I felt like, you know, in going into UFC 4 and playing UFC 4 competitively, like that edge that I did have of, you know, fighting slower pace and really breaking down, playing methodical, just not there anymore. It's not able to be done as successfully as it was to do in UFC 3. And I mean, I took a big hit from it competitively, but I also could adapt. But I'm like an old head stuck in my ways. I don't wanna do what everybody else is doing in order to win a match. Like, I want to be able to free flow and really set people up to win these ranked matches or win my competitive matches. Like, I want to be able to set you up, make you think low and go high. I don't want to have to break your block in order to land high. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, people, you know, land shots through the block, but I kind of grown like a natural just hate for the block breaking system because I felt it was too universal for everyone to use, and it really wasn't about accuracy. It was about touching the block, getting it low, and then after that you would, you know, throw the high kick and stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong, I've been on the giving end of cracking somebody's block and breaking the block, but it isn't something that I necessarily fish for. I'm not throwing a whole bunch of jabs to fish for the block break. I'm usually just trying to set people up, and I feel like that's what got me to where I'm at today. It wasn't that me winning belts, and it was my style and my educational purpose videos is what got me where I'm at today when it comes to YouTube. So that's kind of what I stick to, my roots when it comes to gameplay, and competitively that just doesn't get me wins as much as they used to. And no matter how much IQ I have, if I outplay you and you block break me one time and get me up out of there, I mean, it's over with, right? If I pick you apart and I'm just, you know, landing shots consistently but not landing as much as you, I'm gonna lose the decision. Not because anything, but you just threw more than me and the stamina is just cracked, right? The stamina is just insane. So it's very hard to, you know, drain people's stamina. But that's kind of like, I'm kind of yapping. Not even kind of, I'm purely yapping. But anyone wondering, bro, like, I want that edge. I want that feeling of this game actually being comp before I want to touch it and play anything competitive. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm like no longer cooler with the people at ESFL, so don't expect me to fight there. But I would also be looking to run tournaments if the game was more in a better state, you know? But it just doesn't feel that way, and it doesn't feel like it's going to ever become that way with EA Sports UFC 5. So, like, if I do anything, it'll be something like how we did the TikTok versus YouTube thing. It'll be something like that. Otherwise, I don't really care too much to do anything competitive for UFC 5. And it sucks because I'm a competitive person. If anyone knows me, or you sit in my streams, you watch my videos, you know I'm comp, bro. Good night. I'm really comp. Like, I play most games that I play at a, not a comp like that, but I play at a level where it shows that I'm good at the game. Every single game that I play. But it's just unfortunate. The UFC 5, it just doesn't feel that way. And I really thought UFC 5 was gonna be it. If I'm being completely honest, I was like, there we go, UFC 5. You know, especially after seeing the reveal trailer. But just wasn't that, bro. Just get knocked out, bro. Oh, wow. Alright, I don't even know if I won or lost this fight. I really was on autopilot. Okay, I won. But yeah, that's kind of it, guys, when it comes to UFC. Hopefully the game can become better. But if I had to put if I had to put money on it, I don't expect UFC to become a better game, unfortunately. Based off what I've seen with UFC 4 and UFC 5 now, I just don't see the proper changes and the effort that would say, yep, the game is actually going to be better now, unless they just blow my mind and do something extravagant. But for the most part, I just expect the worst from EA. And it's unfortunate, but I really do expect the worst. That's why when I play this game, I'm here to entertain. I'm here to just have fun. And that's really about it. And I try to implement my style within the game. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I just move on from there, bro. So if you think I'm not playing comp because I lose, or I'm not playing comp because I'm bad at the game, hey, bro, so be it. I really don't care. But maybe one day in the future, I can compete or look to even make my own league for UFC and make some comp stuff. But for the most part, for right now, just don't expect no comp from me, and don't expect no league or nothing like that, or tournaments for me anytime soon. It's just the game is just not in the state to do so. So that being said, though, I'm out. Y'all boys stay stable. Let's keep moving forward. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Keep y'all head up too, man. All right, I'm out.